It's This American Life. I'm Ira Glass, and if you're just tuning in, this week we are throwing out our regular way of doing things. 3 or 4 stories and some theme, blah, blah, blah. To hell with all that. Instead, we are trying to cram as many stories into 1 hour as we humanly can. We guarantee 20. There may be more. We are at number 11. Etiquette lesson. Here's writer David Sedaris.
In a men's room at LaGuardia Airport, I watched a man take a cell phone from his jacket pocket, step into an empty stall, and proceed to dial. I thought he had come for the relative privacy, but looking through the space beneath the door, I saw that his pants were gathered about his ankles. He was sitting on the toilet. Most airport calls begin with geography. I'm in Kansas City, people say. I'm in Houston. I'm at Kennedy. When asked where he was, the man on the phone said simply, I'm at the airport. What do you think? The sounds of a public toilet are not the sounds you would generally associate with an airport, at least not a secure airport, and so his what do you think struck me as unfair. The person he was talking to obviously felt the same way. What do you mean, what airport? The man said. I'm at LaGuardia. Now put me through to Marty. A few hours later, I was in Boston, relating the story to my sister Tiffany. He actually placed a call while sitting on the toilet. Tiffany is big on rules, and so I expected a certain degree of outrage. I wanted disgust, but instead she said only, I don't believe in cell phones. But you do believe in talking on the phone while sitting on the toilet? Well, it's not a belief, she said, but sure. When asked how she explains the noise, Tiffany scrunched up her face and held an imaginary receiver to her mouth. I say, don't mind me, I'm just trying to get the lid off this jar. Her face returned to normal, and I thought of all the times I had fallen for that line. All the times I had pictured my sister standing helpless in her kitchen. Try tapping the lid against the countertop, I'd said, or rinse it in hot water. That sometimes works. Eventually, after much struggle, she would let out a breath. There we go, she'd say. I've got it now. And then she would say thank you, and I'd hang up thinking, well, it's a good thing she called me.
David Sedaris. He's the author of Me Talk Pretty One Day and other books.